Welcome to this EGUMPP presentation. If you are tired and frustrated with correcting papers with too many run-on sentences and punctuation, usage, and writing mechanics errors, then you need to get hooked on grammar with EGUMPP. In 1985, the NCTE published this resolution, stating that English teachers should de-emphasize the teaching of grammar, and this resolution is still posted on the NCTE website today. As a result of this resolution, high school, college, and university English departments nationwide de-emphasized or stopped teaching grammar altogether. We agree with the faculty viewpoint of 27 universities, including MIT, Harvard, and Yale, who participated in a 2003 report entitled Understanding University Success. Students should know basic grammatical terminology in the parts of speech. They should distinguish between clauses, phrases, and complete sentences. The mechanics of writing is simply a subset of writing skills. This faculty viewpoint states exactly what EGUMPP will do for your students. EGUMPP is a 4-module online learning system that is very user-friendly. Depending upon a student's initial understanding of grammar, a student can successfully complete the 4 modules in 25 to 45 hours of self-study. EGUMPP is completely online, works on most devices, and is simple to use. I decided on the name EGUMPP because EGUMPP is an electronic version of most standard English handbooks that include these 4 sections: grammar, usage, mechanics, and punctuation. GUMPP. And by adding the letter E at the beginning for the word English and the letter P at the end for the word program, it became EGUMPP. Here's what instructors really like about EGUMPP. Instructors need minimal grammar knowledge to use EGUMPP. EGUMPP requires minimal instructor involvement. Administering EGUMPP is simple and easy to do. I've been involved in education for more than 40 years. After spending 3 years as a public school teacher and 7 years in the college textbook publishing field, I founded in Pennsylvania a post-secondary career school that began as a secretarial school. I was the president of my career school for 35 years. Here's my grammar story. I learned from my experience in the corporate world that office workers with excellent proofreading and editing skills were always promoted first. So when I started my career school, I wanted my students to graduate with proficient grammar skills so that they would have a competitive advantage when seeking employment. I could not find a grammar book that taught sentence structure effectively, so I created my own systematic approach for teaching sentence structure. Here's how EGUMPP evolved. EGUMPP started as a paperback reference manual with 2 workbooks. Next, there was the CD version, and now EGUMPP is a web-based program. Here's how EGUMPP teaches sentence structure. EGUMPP uses a building block approach for learning sentence structure that is similar to learning how to diagram sentences. Identifying how the word function presented in each lesson must be mastered before moving to the next lesson. Each lesson in Module 1 has a tutorial exercise, a lesson reinforcer exercise, and a graded practice to mastery exercise. Students learn a step-by-step systematic approach for identifying the function of all words in a sentence. Each attempt begins with identifying the subject and the main verb in each sentence. Tutorial help includes a tutorial video, coded sentences in the help section, and audio and video help. The lesson reinforcer is a game-like exercise that challenges students to score 15 correct responses in a row before moving to the practice to mastery graded exercise. The practice to mastery PTM exercise is a graded exercise that students may reattempt as many times as necessary until they are able to identify how all words are functioning in 10 sentences. The high score is always a grade recorded as their final lesson grade. After completing each PTM exercise, there is a lesson review quiz. These lesson review quizzes are an additional way to test and ensure that students are understanding all of the information presented in the current lesson and previous lessons. Students are able to review their lesson grades by going to their grade report and clicking on a lesson and reviewing their incorrect word function codes. The grade report also includes a recommendation to do before reattempting a PTM grade. Once Module 1 is mastered, students have a complete understanding of sentence structure and grammar terminology. With this understanding of sentence structure and grammar terminology, students find interpreting and applying the rules of usage, punctuation, and writing mechanics found in Modules 2, 3, and 4 easy to do. The instructor porthole includes a help library that includes getting started instructions, help videos, help instructions, and items to review. These instructions explain how to purchase EGUMPP, create an account, and begin Module 1. All an instructor is required to do is provide students with the school's organization code and a class code. These videos demonstrate all EGUMPP tasks that are required of an instructor. These links provide written instructions for all tasks and recommendations. Students who qualify are awarded EGUMPP certification. Including the EGUMPP certification URL on a resume will be a door opener when the viewer sees how extensive an applicant's understanding of grammar is. We are certain that once you and your students experience EGUMPP, you and your students will be saying similar things about EGUMPP. If you want to stop having to correct students' papers with run-on sentences, sentence fragments, and sentences with punctuation, usage, and writing errors, then it is time for you to get hooked on grammar with EGUMPP. Send us an email, and we will have you up and running for the next semester.